It's working. I'm alive, I think. I just need to check something quickly. I want to actually make sure that things are working. Sorry, I'm listening to peaceful music on the side. It's not even coming through, actually. Interesting. Well, sound used to come through on the Mac speakers. Now it doesn't. Um, Interesting. Oh well, fine. I'm listening to peaceful music. You guys aren't listening to peaceful music. I just want to double check, 100% make sure that my live streams work. It is. It is. I can see myself. Fantastic. Excellent. Oh well, guys, I haven't streamed in forever. Like I literally have not streamed in forever. So it's good to be here. Um, we are going to build a portfolio site for myself because I always go tell people that they should do that. I tell them, you know what, it would be a good idea to go build yourself some sort of site to show off your stuff. Even if you don't have stuff, you can just start with that. And I wrote some things down. I have like a notepad. And I thought, you know what, you can put stuff like your Stack Overflow. You can link to that from your homepage. You could like your homepage could just be a link to all your socials. Because before you even build a portfolio site, you should really be building like, well, you should have a Stack Overflow account because believe it or not, people get jobs through that. Which I mean, I've had offers through there, like really, really good ones, which has been cool. I mean, in my case, I do YouTube videos, or I used to. I haven't done any in like years, but I'm planning on getting back into it. So I thought, you know what? I could put that onto something. Or if you write a blog post, you can actually keep that on your site. You can either use the site for blogging, or you can link to a blog you might have hosted somewhere else. Like I have mine hosted on Medium. Um, what else? Sorry, I need a cough because like I'm dying. Yeah, there we go. I muted that out. Yeah, drink some water. So GitHub, if you have a GitHub account, you can chuck that on here. But considering I'm a React developer, I figured why not build it in Next 13 because everyone's raving about how great Next 13 is. I mean, I myself have done Next apps before, and I've dabbled a bit in Next 13, but not properly. So I figured what a great time to like go crazy with it. I mean, I'm reading here like app router is now stable. Like what is that supposed to mean? Um, Hang on, my screen's not even updated. One sec. There we go. Everything was paused. That's why. Now I can, things are working. So you can actually see this moving in and out. No, my stream's bugged, guys. What is going on? I'm having some technical difficulties. Why is this not showing my screen properly? I need to change my display capture to be away to this main screen and then back here. Yes, now you can see my screen. This happens. I don't know why this happens. It happens whenever I go away from my PC. I'm not used to streaming on a Mac. I was saying, this is funny because you've got this app router is now stable, which I thought it's hilarious that they had to say that. I'm going to dive right in to just starting a brand new project. Now, let's mention right off the bat, this is not going to look pretty up front. My wife is the graphic designer, not me. She's the one who's really skilled at this stuff. Myself personally, not so skilled. Actually, I just want to test something. I want to test if the chat works. I'll use my alternative account. I just want to make sure that it shows up. It does. It shows up in my stuff. Fantastic. There we go. It works. Cool. So I'm keen to start a new site. How to use these docs, blah, 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 blah. You have app router versus page router. Next has two different routers, an app router, page router. App router lets you use ReactJS features such as server components and streaming. Okay. We want that just for the sake of fancy words. Let's use the app router since it is stable, and just to show you that I'm keen to try out something new. I'm used to using the page router, so I'm keen to use the app router for the vibes, you know. Anyways, we're skipping ahead. We're going to install the project. So we got to say npx create next app. It'll ask me all my stuff. Let me open up this. cd into my dev drive, and there we go. I will npx create next app, and then it asks me what I want to do. In that case, hurry up, it's taking its time. Okay, yes, I would like to proceed. I need to install some packages. I'm not even using node 16. In fact, let me just npm use 16 because I don't know. I don't want to run into issues where it's like, oh, you were using the wrong version, blah, 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 blah. It just, that kind of stuff happens. I got a cough again. Sorry, guys. There's a reason I'm streaming on a Friday night. It's because both myself and my wife are sick, and we're not going out. We had plans to go out. We're going to go watch the rugby later. Well, we were going to go out and watch the rugby later. Now we're just going to chill by ourselves. I'm going to call this portfolio site. Or just portfolio. That's what I'll call it. That's kind of the point of the site. Would I like to use TypeScript? Yes, I love TypeScript. Would I like to use ESLint? Yes, I love ESLint. Would I like to use Tailwind CSS? Guys, I'm not really a Tailwind fan. I was gonna use ChakraUI. I even wrote it in the description of this video. But you know what? Let's use Tailwind because it seems like everyone's using Tailwind these days. I might as well add it to my portfolio. I love using the source directory, so I'm not going to say no there. I find it more, I find it useful keeping everything in a source directory so you can tell things apart. So I know the default there was no, I'm going to go for yes. Yes, I want to use the app router. They even recommend it. So 100% we're going to use the app router. Would I like to customize the default, what? Import alias. I know what that means. I just don't know whether or not I want it. I don't know what the default is. So let's stick with the default. Installing everything. We're going to use Tailwind, so that's cool. Yeah, again, please excuse my coughing here and there. I am just slowly dying. What was I going to do in here? I want to see. Okay, cool. Just myself watching as usual. I actually did a poll. Not a poll. I did like a community post on YouTube to just check like how many people still watch my channel, because I made videos in like 2017. I made a few since then, but I only focused on it properly in 2017. So I'd actually like to get back into YouTube properly again when I have time. Since we're waiting for things to install. Yeah. Now, only one person liked the post. I don't know who, because they didn't comment. So quite sad, actually. It's quite depressing. So I feel like I'm building something from scratch. If anyone does come across this, because no one's live right now, coming across this in the comments, let me know what kind of content you're into, because I have a few ideas for just standalone videos that I'd like to do. One of them being translations and stuff, which are probably less and less relevant these days because of ChatGPT and all that. But it's all good. Anyways, we have created portfolio at user/barry/dev/portfolio. So I'm going to open that. Where is it? There it is. I need to drag that down here. Maybe I should full screen that. There we go. Cool. You guys can still see that. Awesome. I'm gonna zoom this in a bit because you guys can't see anything. Okay, so we have a sources folder. Is it just all in source/app? That doesn't seem necessary. If it's all going to be in /source/app. Oh, I guess maybe if you are making components that don't go into the app. Okay, I need to learn about NextJS. It's been a while. Anyways, what are our package? You know what? We have a README. We have a README that we can check out, and I'm gonna. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. That is not what I meant to do. Let's just read this README because why not? So getting started, yep, we run npm run dev, open localhost, blah, 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 the normal stuff. Project uses NextFont to automatically optimize and load into a custom Google font. Yeah, we'll use that for now. I guess the start is actually just getting routing working and then getting our pages going. So to learn about Next.js, deploy on Vercel. Okay, yep, the good old cell. Since we're using a package lock by default, let's just stick with using npm. In which case I'm going to control tilde that. There we go. I have the terminal up. Oh, I'm going to cough my lungs out again. I'm so sorry. Yeah, at least I didn't hit your ears with that. I got this new microphone, so I hope that you can hear me clearly and that everything's good. I tried to do some filtery things, but yeah, we'll see. Anyways, npm run dev. Let's do that. Cool. I forgot to... What? Why? What kind of nonsense is this? You know what? Let me make sure I'm using NVM 16 inside this console, and I'm going to npm install just in case they forgot to. I mean, the node modules are there, so it should be fine. Yeah, that's all good. 0 vulnerabilities. What a miracle. That never happens. Anyways, npm run dev. There we go. So it is just the NVM version I'm using. Classic. All the joys. So we can zoom that in again. But you guys can't really see down there to the bottom of my little screen. I kind of did that for a reason. If I move this up, yeah, I can move my screen up to that. There we go. You can still see the README and you're not missing anything on the top really of the screen. So that's cool. Right, so our project is running on localhost. Let's check that out. Might as well open this fully. Where am I? Back here. I have opened it up. You go to it. Sweet. I feel like I need a playlist for music. Oh, we should look through. There's a YouTube audio library. Is there a way for me to just like grab everything? I agree with their stuff. Fantastic. Yeah, like let me grab everything. Oh, you're not supposed to see like all my bottom tabs, but it's fine. Can I just like select all or something? No, I can't. I literally can't. I need the audio library to be better because this sucks. You know what? We're not going to do audio music. It's fine. Let's just focus on what we were meant to focus on. Let me move that down. So that's not what we want to focus on. I want to focus on the running app. They're both the same. Well, they're kind of same fab icons. Wow, so this is our app right there. It looks quite pretty, actually. There are templates. I want to see the... Oh, I got flashbanged. NextJS boilerplate. I'm learning all the stuff about NextJS. They're probably like going to be these paid for versions. NextJS AI chatbot, Stripe subscription starter, Builder.io. Guys, this rate, I don't even have to do anything. There's an app playground, admin dashboard, Nextra. There's so many options. Blog. Geesh, I'm almost changing my mind of what I wanted to do. I was just going to show people how to start this. But now I don't know. Portfolio starter kit. Easily create a portfolio with Next.js and Markdown. My goodness, guys. A portfolio with a blog. Okay, guys. Guys. I need a coffee. There we go. I've coughed again. But the fact that we can go ahead and build this portfolio with a blog, that's phenomenal. I don't really want to build a portfolio with a blog. Blog with native content. Yeah, sanity powered blog with native content editing. Guys, I don't actually know what I want to build anymore. I was going to stick with something like custom, and now I'm kind of like, whoa, so many options. I think, you know what? For the purposes of learning, we're not going to stick with a template. We're going to go build everything from scratch and add it in as we want to. That way, we are more badass. Okay, let's start with editing the app.page. Yeah, so tailwind. There's a global CSS thing, so many things. Don't really need any of this. Let's move it out the way. Oh, that's actually all quite useful. So page is a layout as well. Okay, we have a layout and we have a page. Let's get rid of all of this and just write hello world. See what that does to our site. There we go. We just have hello world. So I actually really dig this this dark first, theme going on. I think it's quite pretty. I wasn't initially going to go with that, but I actually think it looks quite good. So that's it. I guess you want to start with building a layout. But now I'm like, geesh, Tailwind, all these things. I can't even, like, when you work with a new tech stack, you're just like, okay, what's going on? First of all, if I save, okay, we don't have prettier in here. I'm going to add prettier. Prettier RC. Is my GitHub Copilot working? Should be working. But yeah, let's say yes to semicolons. More like for consistency. I used to be like an anti-semicolon person. Now I'm not. Single quote true. I like single quotes. I sort of like single quotes. I need to add prettier as an actual dependency thing. So make some room here. And I'm going to say npm. Goodness, I need to really figure out my life here. npx. Npm install -- save prettier. I mean, sorry, let's go save dev. What have I done? I'm so used to automated tools, and I always forget you start a new project and you're like, okay, wait, things aren't working, blah, 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 blah. I need to get this to work. Like, sheesh, I hate it when like this kind of stuff doesn't work. And then on save, I need to do my stupid VS Code preferences, settings, all that stuff. On save. Format on save. Yes, 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 yes. Geez. I want to do like a project specific thing, not this. Geez. It's times like these where I feel just incompetent. But that's me on a Friday night. What do you expect? So for the workspace, format on save, I want to turn that on. Now we can go like crazy. So what other like format on save is there? Well, let's just start and see if my prettier is working. Now that I have that, I think it is working because nope. My GitHub Copilot's working, so that's a good start. Oh my goodness. What are the things I need to do to get freaking ESLint and all that stuff working again? Just like not used to this. Yeah, no, my prettier is not working. Prettier RC. Do I need to like reload my window? I do have prettier installed on here, right? Yes, I do. Okay. I'm gonna go look at another project that I have because I've solved this problem before and I can. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, I did this for one of my client projects. So sorry, I'm just looking at that off screen. VS Code settings. Ah, yes, the code actions on save. Okay, cool. I'm going to copy all of this and chuck it in here because this is what we need. There we go. So you need the format on save, default formatter. I use prettier VS Code. That makes sense. Source fix all ESLint. Yes. Okay. So now, if I save. I'm not sure I understand. Shut up, Siri. I don't need you to ask me what to do. Okay, that worked. Sorry, I coughed into the mic. Cool. Gonna get rid of the next image for now. If I was using Chakra, I would know exactly what I'm doing. But yeah. I wonder. I'll tell VS Code. I mean, GitLab Copilot. Make a layout. make a layout for me. And then I just go down here. That was worth a shot. What if I do it up here? Come on, Copilot. Do something great. I'm gonna be so mad if this doesn't work. I'm gonna ChatGPT this, We have ChatGPT. We can use ChatGPT. ChatGPT. Ask it for all the answers that we might need and want. Like, come on, ChatGPT, tell me what you need. Oh, I just got flashbanged again. I do have a Plus subscription. Maybe I should sign in. Yeah. And clear all my other chats because I asked ChatGPT some weird stuff that I don't want you guys to see. Authentication token is no longer valid. That's because I did weird things, isn't it? Yeah, there might be some NDA stuff on my ChatGPT requests, which kind of breaches NDA on itself, but it's fine. We don't care. No, it's a Friday night. Everyone's chilled. Why is the ChatGPT function? Okay, there we go. Go in there. Get in there. First of all, this stuff I really don't like. I like importing from React. It's just one of the things I just like to do. So I don't know why people like. Well, I guess it makes sense if you're learning, but for me, I'm just like I like to just import things directly and not use namespaces or React things because we import so much from React anyway. Sorry, this is me being lazy and using the power of AI. So I'm going to copy paste this. I'm going to chuck it into ChatGPT and be like, you make a decent little layout for me here using Tailwind because I'm lazy. Certainly to try to create a decent layout. I mean, it should actually tell us what's going on here. Is it telling me now? Ooh. Yes, it is. I just realized all my chat history is like, I won't show you that. I'll just show you the result because that's the thing. Okay, so let's see what this does. It's explaining the changes to me, but it doesn't really matter. We've gotten rid of the inter thing. Also, this children thing here, I can actually just call this props with children. I find that neater in React. That's the thing that I like to do. So here we have our head, which is HTML header stuff. Body, the fonts are set already in there. You know what? I don't feel like getting rid of the inter like that was inter class name. Is that from globals? Let me just check here. Oh, so that's the way of getting, okay. See, it's times like this where I'm like, okay, I need to compare things because I don't actually want it to get rid of things. So root layout, I'm gonna call this old root layout so we can compare. Export function. And see, this is where it gets confusing. I think I want to keep the inter doc class name because that's Next's way of handling loading stuff. I don't want to like lose that. So I think that's quite useful. The metadata as well. There was not metadata in here before, right? Oh, it's exported. Okay. We're learning things. I'm going to call this Barry Michael Doyle, senior software engineer, because I'm an engineer, apparently. An engineer who is not familiar with Next 13, so, we're learning our way. Description, Well, what do I do? Barry as a senior software engineer. Oh, look at that. It even tells me based in, well, I'm actually in Cape Town, South Africa. Currently full-time employed by Securities. That's where I work at the moment, and I love working here as a well, senior front-end engineer. That's kind of my role there. But I build pretty dashboards, not client-facing sites yet. That will come. Well, I haven't built. I did when I worked for Odin, but not right now. In fact, at Odin, we built our stuff with Next. Yeah. I'll keep it like that for now. You know, we can do copy layout later. I can spend forever learning about copy and chatting about copy and all that stuff, but for now, that will do. Okay, nothing else here is too different, so I'm gonna ditch the old root layout and just focus on our new root layout. let's actually see what came of this. Well, that's not what I wanted to see. You know what? Like, I do not need my chat GPT. So hang on here. So I refresh. I'm not running the project anymore. npm run dev. npm run dev, and it's good to go. Cool things will happen, hopefully. I hope. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so now we have like a header thing, which is actually pretty cool looking. I like that. I think that's why is there. I'm gonna find a div. What do you mean? Restart my TypeScript server. I'm gonna just write Barry Michael Doyle. That worked. Changed. See the nice good old hot reloading. All good to go. We'll change the colors later. What does gray 9 do? I actually think I like that more. You know, just that darkish. I don't know if I want. Yes, I like the full black actually, and then we'll add like gray things onto it. I don't know. Nah, let's keep 800. Yeah, looks good. So we need to add some nav items. So I want to get routing working. I at least want to see how routing works in. We're using app router, right? Okay, cool. I think down here is supposed to be generated by. Where's my footer? I'm gonna check in here because the footer should be there. Yep. Oh, the footer is below. What? I think it's my browser that I'm using that's actually the problem. Oh, I have to scroll down. Yeah, that's annoying. We'll fix that. In fact, I'm gonna ask ChatGPT to fix it because that's actually quite annoying. Sorry. Been a time since I've used this. Anyways, which is annoying. I mean, I will want to scroll to the footer, but like the main content shouldn't take up that full height. In fact, maybe I should put the footer inside main, and that will actually fix it. So let's see if that does it. No, it does not. Seriously? Yeah. Main padding, da 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 da. Excuse me while I look at this. Okay, margin X is auto. Oh. I might have to put the footer inside of this div. See if that does it. It should. No, that makes it worse. Go all the way back here. So there's a thing in Tailwind where I can just say sticky bottom. Bottom 0. which I don't think is what I want to do. Well, you know what? That's actually pretty cool, because then I can put like, I don't know. I think that's quite cute. I actually want the top to be sticky, and not have the bottom be sticky. So yeah, and maybe I just make the padding Y 8. See, that's my problem. If there's no padding Y, that solve it. I'm gonna there. I'm gonna hit ChatGPT up again. I'm gonna be like, what's going on here, bro? My apologies. So once a sticky footer, I just want to be able to see it at the bottom of the screen without scrolling if the main content doesn't exceed the full height. That's pretty much what I want to do. So, okay, we're going to do some style things. According to this, I need to go do my HTML body. So the body is going to be display flex. Does CSS support like nested stuff yet? Probably not. I'll just say main. Main should be flex 1. And then the main HTML body, HTML body should be like height 100%. Let's see if that does it. This should knock it out. Well, not exactly what I want to do. Flex direction needs to be column. Well, that didn't freaking work, did it? That's quite annoying. Sorry for the cough. I apologize. I probably need to change some things. So back on my layout. See, I can get really stuck with CSS sometimes. It's usually just layout things. Like these little nuggets of annoyance are really quite a pain sometimes. Oh, it's because I still have sticky in there. Yeah, there we go. Well, it still doesn't work. Still doesn't work. Can't believe it. You know, I'm gonna do things the old-fashioned way and like edit it directly in here. So what's the problem here? This has a height of, let's calculate 100 minus something. I don't know. Minus 50px and see if that does anything. Yeah, it doesn't. See? So we have header, we have main. Main should have a height of inherit, still available. This height could be height still available. So this is where problems come. This is so stupid sometimes. Sheesh. It's this div in here. This is the div that's the problem. You know, this is a later problem because ideally, you know, my page will actually be quite big. So I'm going to accept this for what it is. We will keep that CSS in there, like this height 100%, display flex, da 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 da. And from there, so we have, yeah, this is flex 1 basically. In fact, I could just say flex 1, I think. I don't even need to use CSS. I mean, I'll keep the CSS in here, but it's times like these, you just mess around too much. Let's focus on routing. I'm gonna remove that flex one there. And we will what am I doing? Sorry, I'm just checking something. But I don't even need a footer right now. You know what? Like, let's leave the footer out of here. That's fine. We don't even need a footer. Like, I don't have any content to show. So we're gonna add a nav bar in here. There's one container, and then we'll have like a div which will be class name. I'll also say a container. I haven't done like Tailwind ever, but MX Auto does make sense. And then in here we can have some buttons. They're probably going to be links. There'll be like a next link, right? We get a link from next. Yeah, we do. href. Yeah. Okay, cool. So let's do an about, and then just say about. Let's call it my story. It'll be /story. Okay. That didn't quite work because this is supposed to be X direction row. Does that work? Should I just say flex? Yes, that worked kind of. I need to learn my Tailwind layouts. Again, I'm going to ChatGPT to fast track this because I'm lazy. For my header, I want the nav items to be on the left. I mean the right. There we go. To the right. To the right we'll go. My power's still on. That was supposed to go off. Do we not have load shedding anymore? Sorry, guys. What is going on? It looks like... Oh, I don't have... The power is not going to go off. I thought the power was going to go off. Okay, well, that's a pleasant surprise. Let me go back to my site. What a nice surprise. Anyways, what did I tell this to do? It wants me to go into my container and semi-bold, then this container MX auto. Okay, flex justify between. We're learning the syntax, guys. We're learning the syntax. Oh. Okay, hang on. They don't even like the way I've done this. They actually prefer that I just do this and then I say, oh, that okay. This is what we're gonna do. I keep this div here. So now we have all the content on the one side and all the content on the other side, but the other content on the other side, like the content on this side, will be grouped. So it'll be like two things separated. Will it be justify between? Yeah, I think so. It's space around that would make them awkward, but justify between just means keep them spaced apart equally. If we had a third item in there, then it would be weird, but I mean, the pointers will add more like links in here. So let's make like a get in touch or contact me link. We'll just call contact. And now I think, what's the next 13 way of having pages? Do I just add like a, I mean, that's the home page. Yeah, fantastic. Or home page. I'm gonna have to look at NextJS's. Hey, why is this not working? Did I not save this? What the heck? lied to me. Okay, text white, padding 4, flex, justify between. This container I forgot to flex justify between. In fact, in that case, I don't actually need this flex justify between up here. Kind of irrelevant. Come on. I accidentally had a dash there. This is why I don't like Tailwind. Like, I feel like there's so much space for error. Anyways, that doesn't work. It would be nice if we had a gap. So let me ask ChatGPT again, because I'm just learning Tailwind on the fly here. What's the best way to make a gap between these items? Just asking ChatGPT how to make a gap through these items. To add a gap through the items, you could do a space X value. Fantastic. So that's what we will do. We'll do a class name. Oops. Class name equals space X, and let's do 4. See if that works. Yeah, there's a gap. There's a gap. I feel like we should have some cool hover ability. We add a hover style to those links. Like, maybe we make it so that it like hovers. Well, first of all, there's a cursor, but I think I should have some like padding to it and have a border, and that would be quite cool. So, okay, that's how we do it. We add class names. Can I not add a class name to the link itself? Yeah, I don't know. ChatGPT's got it wrong here. I'm gonna say padding 4 anyway, and then border radius 10. Let's just see what it looks like with the background white. It's just BG white. Actually, I don't want it to be fully white. Well, let's just see. Okay. This is why we don't have that explains it a little bit. That doesn't look good at all. Well, let's just say text black. There we go. The padding doesn't work. Like, it doesn't seem like it works. So if I added an A in here, and then I said class name. Oh, I just gotta say P4, not padding. Maybe this Tailwind's not so bad, actually. Yeah, that works. That's not exactly what I wanted though. I feel like we have to vertically align this stuff. So we need to add an MX auto in here. I'm learning Tailwind on the fly, guys. It's happening. It's actually happening. Fantastic stuff. Hey, what? No, that's an old news thing. Sorry, this was meant to be MY auto. There we go. Okay, so I actually want it to be PX4, PY2. That would be ideal, right? I think annoyingly you have to like be quite repetitive because you have to add that to that as well. I guess I could add like a header link component. In which case I can do that down here. I'll just make a function and call it header link. And then the href children. Yeah. That's probably a neat way of handling this for now. So we'll make this a link from, well, we'll copy this. And then we just say that the href is href. And the story, this is just going to be children. So now we're not repeating ourselves, which solves the problem that I was about to moan about Tailwind. Actually, this makes a lot more sense. Oh, I need an href. Story. And this is also going to be a header link. I could move it out to its own components, but right now I just don't see the point. This is all in the layout. It all makes sense. Cool. Now I can build these in isolation, which is great. So border radius. How do I do border radius in Tailwind? How do I do border radius in Tailwind? I want it to have a cool border radius so that it's like got this vibe to it. Can add a border radius to the element using rounded. Okay, so it's actually supposed to be rounded. That makes sense. Cool. So I'm just gonna grab a drink of water quick. Let's see. That looks not better. It's rounded LG, I think. You can't use numbers. I can say full. Oh, I can say like a certain amount. What does full do? I like that. I think that's cute. I think this looks pretty good. So what we can do, I don't actually want the background and text to be white. I want that to happen on hover. So what I will do for that is I think I can do hover and then I can say text gray. Well, what's the header? Yeah, gray that, and then we'll say BG equals white. I don't think I want the BG to be white. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Transition duration 200. That's not what I expected. Why is that doing that? Oh, is this also supposed to be hover? Yes. Okay, that makes sense. That's quite cool. I like that. Should I make the BG like a gray 200? Sorry, you guys are Americans, so you do gray with the thingy like that. By the way, can you see my screen? Yeah, I think that's good enough. Let me save, hot reload. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think that's neat. I think I've changed my mind. I think I don't want it to do like a full flashbang thingy to you. So we keep the text the same and we just change the hover from like gray 800 to like gray 600. See what that does. Yeah, I think that's better. I think that's more of a vibe. Okay, so now I'm going to click on those. Page could not be found. Does it work that I can just say story.tsx and then I'm going to copy page and just call it function story and story page. Does this work? Does it work if I change this to... Sorry, I realize I got my night light on now. Just change some settings quickly. Get up. There we go. I'll change it up here. I need to night light. Night shift options. Can I temporarily turn it off? It is off. Yeah. I don't know if that affects you guys or not. Who knows? Cool. Okay, this doesn't work. Fantastic. Let me Google, well, not Google. Let me look with you guys at go back to the NextJS docs. Well, this getting started. So we're learning about the different things. You can optionally use the source directory in the root repository, separate your application code from configuration files. Yes, I agree. I think that makes sense. Okay, we're learning all about that. Create directories, app/layout. That makes sense, that makes sense, that makes sense. Easy, 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 easy. Documents. Add a document file inside pages to control the initial response from the server. Oh, okay. We can... where's the app router? App TSX inside pages, define global layout. See, that's the thing. Okay, let's learn more about using the app router. Yeah, define routes. Sorry, let me make this bigger. So, we recommend reading the routing fundamentals page before continuing. I'm not going to read the manual. Nobody's got time for that. So, okay, slash. That makes sense. Each folder to create nested routes. You can... So, add a special page.js file to make root segments publicly accessible. So there's app, and okay, so I've got to make like a home and a page and a blah 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 blah. So in app, I need to add a story. So this will be a story to be my root, and then we'll have a page inside story page. And this is just the default export, so it doesn't actually matter what we call it. But I'll call it story anyway. Okay. Cool. The dashboard/analyst is not a public access because it does not have a corresponding page file. This file structure can be used to store components, style sheets, images, or other code. Okay, so I can install like components that go with my... Oh, so analytics is a folder. Okay. Cool. So that makes sense. So if I actually wanted to store like layout components, well, I'll just keep everything in the layout file for now. But this should theoretically work. I'm going to rerun the project because well, you know, I just want to save myself the trouble in case it doesn't work. So back to our page. Yay. Story page. Okay, it works. And then theoretically, I can make like a contact page as well. Might as well do that so long. And all of them are working, so that's cool. Making that page. I'm going to copy this contact and over to contact. I'm going to call this contact. I'm going to say contact page. Does this work without hot reader? It does. It all just works. Okay, I'm going to make it so that if I click on my name again, it will go back to like home. So let's do that. So theoretically, this h1 should be a link with an href to slash. It doesn't work. Must the link be inside the h1 tag? That be the case? I never know like the order of these kinds of things. Well, I do because I look them up. Then it's like, okay, cool. That's how they should work. Yeah, I'm refreshing. Now none of my links work. It's still running. I'm gonna refresh this. Story, contact me. My links are broken. Go back here. What's my error? Failed to fetch. I think we're gonna rerun my project. I think it is because I put the wrong I don't actually know what's wrong there. Interesting. Oh well. My own problem, I guess. Anyways, homepage, my story, contact page, that goes back to homepage. Okay, We have linking working, guys. It's all good to go. Wait, I'm gonna cough again because I'm dying. There we go. So, I mean, for my story page, I'm gonna add content to that, like myself later. No need to do anything there now. Or can I put my little logo there? I do have a logo. Where's my logo? I think it's on like literally YouTube. Let's go to YouTube. I get. Wait, this is okay. Sorry. YouTube BMD. I'm going to my own account. I'm gonna do this off screen. So going to my own little account, so I can get like a bigger version of that picture. Actually, I might have it in my email. Let me check. Where did she put it? How long ago would she have done that for me? Someone did this for me, so I'm just like looking if there's a as attachment. This is so confusing. Sorry, I didn't expect you guys to have to watch me find emails. See anything from her? Oh, this is like geez, when I got married. My goodness. Okay, it's not in there. I'm gonna look at YouTube. My bad. Please excuse me while I find this. Okay, so open the image in a new tab. I'm gonna cough again. Sorry. It's like the COVID days, you know. You just get all really sick. Okay, cool. I actually have an image. So I'm gonna copy the image. Can I paste it directly like in public? Nope. Let me save it. Just DMD as I can. I think I've done it. I've copied my image. I have. And I want to use it because, well, it would be great. It's a JPEG. They save it as a JPEG. Oh, I guess that doesn't matter. I'm going to chuck it in here. There we go. I have an image and it's JPEG. And now I want to use it. What's the best way to use this? Okay. So there's my little cool image. Theoretically in the layout, I should be able to do an image. And I could keep that in here as well. I think. Image. Okay. Is this the next image? Did I get the image from next? No, I did not. Image from next image. Okay, source. Source is going to be slash bmd.jpg. Not even JPG, it's like literally JPEG. Okay, an alt tag, yep. Gotta keep accessible, you know. BMD logo. And now we will on this page. That didn't work. I think I need to rerun my stuff. Hot reloading doesn't always work. Let's close everything here so that we just have one place to look at. And we're gonna need some style fixing. Ooh. My image doesn't work. Should be in public. Operational. There's an error boundary. It's missing a width. So I need to actually specify the width. Okay, well, let's say width is 50 for now. And a height. Okay, let's say height is also 50. Hey, that's cute. So yeah, obviously this link's gonna have to have a class name of flex and then row. Oh, that worked. Okay, cool. And then like there will be a space X 4, I guess, space between them. Interesting. It's not making a space. That's annoying. Let's do my auto. Fine. We don't need a space there. We can actually class name this. Oh, we can class name it. So if we do margin right 4, that should be good enough, right? There we go. Yes. And then the text itself actually could be an H down here. Let's see. I think this would work. So we'll do that. Semi-bold. Again, let's my auto that. Progress. Things are looking good. Okay. Main thing is this image, man. Like we need to round it full it. There we go, make it beautiful. There you go. It is fully round, but the problem is, like, as you can see here, there's no padding to it. So I'm actually gonna have to manually create like a div around it. For now. Like I will probably go and like do some cool imagery updates, but for now I just want things to look pretty. I'm gonna say class name. And this will be rounded full. Give it padding of 2 and BG black. That's not what I expected. Why? Oh, this margin right. Yep, here. That's a lot better. Kind of big. I'm gonna make it smaller. I'm gonna say it's 40 wide and high. Did I make it smaller? 30. That's too small. 36. Do that. Fantastic. I just realized I was muted the whole time. I'm so sorry. Why was I muted the whole time? Oh my goodness. Anyways, we're adding a navigation. How long was I muted for? Anyways, I've lost my train of thought now. I'm adding this git keep in here because I like it to space out, nice. I could technically add one to source/app, but I don't think we're ever going to put anything else in app. Like, I guess we could put this in here just so it's like there to remind us that there's this useless, extra stuff in there. The source folder seems so useless now. Kind of all over the place. See, so there's source/pages, source/components, source/app. Okay, there might be like actual other pages, like I don't know. I guess I can move components up here then, and then I don't need this git keep here anymore. I'm a bit like ADD when it comes to these things, I'm just like all over the place. This navigation, I was gonna put the header link into its own component because I have a feeling that we will eventually want to like unit test these and add stuff to that. So I think it would be good to start moving them into their own little things. This is theoretically a props with children, just with an href. I don't need this so much. Just put that up there. Cool. I think that's nice and neat. Don't need to get crazy with adding a custom interface for it. In which case, I think header link itself should be in its own folder. It's starting to look like really deeply nested, but it will make sense when you start adding unit tests. I mean, there's different ways you can style it and all that. But yeah, this navigation, we will have nav items. So we're going to say const nav items. It's going to equal. Make an interface for it, interface nav item. Yeah, there'll be href and there'll be a label. And then my nav items will be an array of nav items. Makes sense. Good stuff. It's so bad that I was muted. Like, I feel like I've let people down. Href. So we've got the home, but that's not going to be part of our nav items. So our two things are going to be story. The label will be, my story. And then contact, and the label will be contact me. I forgot my commas between here. So let me just add those. And then we don't even need this link up here because we're going to use header links. So we will return nav items dot map, and we will get header link header link. Okay, in here we're going to destructure href and label, and we'll pass label as the children in here. I'm going to put header link here so you can see what's going on. And then we will have href is going to equal href. Perfect. And why is this complaining? Oh, it's going to need a key. Thank heavens for ESLint saving me from all these things. So I think href is a pretty decent key. Shouldn't all go to the same place. That's great. This navigation is going to use client, I think. And this is where we can use that const use params. Const equals use path name. I don't know why it doesn't see it. It is path name from navigation. So let's see if we can get that. That makes sense. And we're getting path name. Get a path name. Path name. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. So this path name, we are going to have okay, whether or not this is active. So we do need to pass an is active to it. One sec. So this path name that's active, yeah, let's do it this way. Fine. I know I had this pretty little arrow body function there, but we're not really using it. So while I want to add that is active just because it'll be easier to read. And then this is just going to be href. And now we're going to say, I mean, really, we can just write is active in here. Say path name equals href. Cool. So the use clients are specifically for this, like, you know, hook that we have there. Okay, so is active. We need to add that to this header link. So let's add it as a prop type. Is active. Pretty much Boolean, true or false. Sorry, I just coughed into the mic. Because I'm unfamiliar with Tailwind, I am going to ask ChatGPT again. How do I style it differently if it is active? Like, I want to see what the I really want to see what the sort of go-to method is for, you know, like, because I know I could just say this is what the class name is going to be, and these are going to be the classes, like a builder class name string. But I want to see if there's like some shorthand syntax that I can use. Okay, yeah, this kind of makes sense. You'll see now. The class name, I'll add is active here. It does everything. It just string templates it, so that actually makes sense. So it's like, if it is active, show that. If not, show something else. So see what styles it came up with. We go back to my site. Barry Michael Doyle. I feel like I could add like a subtext in there. So if I'm on story, not really working. Oh, I haven't added this new navigation to my layout. So let's do that first. That would be sick. There we go. Make sure I'm not messing up. I'm getting messages. Okay, doesn't matter. Not very important. So navigation. This in here needs to be my navigation component. Navigation from /layout/navigation. Fantastic. That's cool. I should really get like this sorted out. Anyways, theoretically, let's rerun this dev. I need to save that. Forgot to save things as usual. I'm excited to see how this turns out. It's not turning out. Link is not defined. Oh, that's old news. Show me the new stuff. It's still compiling. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so if we're on my story, yep. Contact me. I'm a little bit confused. Sorry. Not really working. I mean, wait, let's rerun it again. First of all, I don't need this. Be an arrow body function again. We'll be safe there, I think. So that is active. Path name, if the path name equals href. Let's console.log path name. See what pops up. My console. There are a lot of dev tools that fail to load there. Path name is /contact. Okay. Path name equals href. That's correct. So the contact me is there. This header link though, picking out if it is active. So if it is active, it actually just says it should be what it already is, which is not that useful. Here's my problem. So I wanted to oh, if it's already on the page, yeah, that's where my problem is. So if it's active, I want it to, yeah, it actually stays on the page that was hovered. So let's see if it was active. I wanted to make it like 700. Yeah. That's pretty cool, I think. Just for the sake of like it being there, you know, it works. We've got our hover styles. Fantastic. You know, again, probably all of this will restyle later, but it's a good start. So yeah. I love how it's like not, I mean, honestly, I could say like if it is active, we can turn cursor like default. I wonder if that works. Yeah, it does. So if I go there, yeah, turns the cursor off, which is cool. Fantastic. Okay, we've really done some good layout stuff. Now I was gonna go back to building my Stack Overflow flare, which I'm just gonna chuck on the home page. So it's my components down here, Stack Overflow flare. It's actually put in its own folder because I will write unit tests for this later. I think it'll be cool to do that sometime. Add a .keep file to this, so the layout's not like stuffed. Cool. And I think even for my layout, I might want to add a button to like download a resume, but I'll add that later because I want to focus on the Stack Overflow flare. Okay, so that's a link to stackoverflow.com/user/my name. Is that correct? It'll be super impressive if that is correct. In which case I'm being stalked. I'm gonna copy this URL and put that in there. See, that is wrong. I just made it up. This is actually my profile. Fantastic. So yeah, that's gonna be a link to an image. And this image will be a next image, I think. I think this works. I don't know if it really does work. Like again, I never know what like best way to do things for like NextJS are. Okay, well the source is gonna be just my flare, I guess. Theme dark. Yep, that's cool. Can I get away with not using a width? I think I need to use a width, don't I? Yeah, I do. Width 208, height 58. Let's assume that that knows what it's doing. Okay. Profile for varying Doyle, Stack Overflow, Q&A. Cool. Nice alt text as well. Do I need a title for the image? Isn't the alt tag enough? Okay. I didn't know that that was a thing. What's the title do? Oh, it doesn't actually. They haven't JS docked this stuff in Next. What the heck? Sorry, I was coughing again. And I remembered to unmute this time. Anyways. think I can actually close all this stuff. You can see everything. So let me get rid of all this other stuff that I was using. And now we can just put this on the home page and see what it does. Stack Overflow Flare. I'm not using props at the moment because I just like don't see the point. Like this is my own components. Like I can build it how I want. I understand why they ask for the user ID now. They ask for the username and ID. Although that's not correct because my username, I feel like they should just ask for the yeah, that's actually not correct the way that they've built it. Unless Barry Michael Doyle just works, I don't know. Anyways, let's see, does this work? At the home page, invalid source prop. Not configured under images. Okay, fair enough. That would make sense. Stack Overflow is not set there. Let's just use a normal image then. In which case, why is it complaining? Image could result in slow LCP and high bandwidth. You know what? Let's type this problem into ChatGPT because I don't actually know. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste it in here. After running this component, let me just get my components, copy that. I'm literally just copying the error message and copying what I have into ChatGPT because I'm feeling lazy on this Friday night. And it's saying to use images from external sources with NextJS image component, you need to add the external source to domains list in your NextJS config. So I'm going to my next.config.js and okay, images, yes, domains, yes, and then I have an array of domains. Here I'm going to say stackoverflow.com. Let's see if this works. Oh, I think I need to rerun my project now. Oh, it changed, so it's restarting my dev environment. Okay, makes sense. Thank you for actually pausing on yourself, because often it doesn't do that, you know. I never know what's going on. Cool. So theoretically, this should start up. Come on, do your thing, do your magic. Do your wonderful magical thing. Oh, it's down there. I don't know why it's all the way down there, but it's down there. It worked. Geez, it's quite distorted. I almost want to say I wish it was bigger. I mean, not the most impressive thing. Let me ask ChatGPT if it could be better. Is this a decent width / height for my flare? Or should it be different? People have probably asked this before, and I don't feel like scouring the internet to find out how to do things properly. So I'm just asking about whether this width and height are correct because it feels a bit dodgy. Responsiveness, check out scales, various things. It just looks so blurry, you know? Like, maybe it's my profile picture's blurry. No, but even those things, those values look blurry. I mean, if I go look on Stack Overflow itself, you know, it just seems like it. Let me look up Stack Overflow flares. Flare component. What is flare? Show me your flare. Flare page. Okay, cool. So there's dark. There's a clean version, but the clean version. Can I do a dark clean version? Because I don't like that border. Looks disgusting. I'd say theme clean and then just change the color of it. Clean. Yeah, I really want to see if there's like a way to add in like any other like kind of, so they do say with 208 and 58. That's a thing. But yeah, now it's white. And can I say like, I wonder if they show any other like sort of things. Does this come with a potential background color? So if I say BG or background green, it won't actually be green. Image, if I say background green here, nope. So it has to be like directly from that. Man, that's annoying. Like really annoying. I want it to be clean but dark, you know? And I do like background black. Wait, and background transparent. Although I don't actually want the background to be transparent. I want the theme to be dark, but I don't want the stupid border. Like that's the annoying thing, is that stupid border. Just pain. Let's also make it bigger. Make it like 416 by 116. See if that makes a difference. Just looks blurry. 300 by 58. I don't know. I'm confused. Okay, let's go back to my 208 by 58. Does the height and width even matter? That's bigger, but now the height is. Oh. This makes no sense to me. It's fine. Okay, that is actually way bigger than it needs to be. Let's keep the original size and just place it to figure out what's happening with our page here, because this justify between is unnecessary. Min height screen. Okay, that's the actual problem with main. Adding 24 is ridiculous. I feel like we should like right align some content and like left align some content. I don't even know, man. At least we know that works. That's there. It's chilling. So cool that I've got my little badges. Do I really have 30 golden badges on Stack Overflow? I feel like that's new. No, I do. You get to 10,000 reputation sometime. That would be cool for me. Fine. So at least that's there. Like we have that on there. I wanted to actually check like if I could put some GitHub stats on there. So like GitHub API. Maybe I should have like sections, you know, like so like a page section and just say like, you know, I don't know. Where did I put a page section? I need to like kind of make like sections of content. Now I will just make page section. Page section, start with one of those components. Page section.tsx. Export function, page section. This will have children, actually be props of children. And they can also have like a title in there. Title string. Let's make the title mandatory for now because I don't feel like catering for not having that later. This will be a div with an H2 or an H1. Can't think. Okay, let's just do H1 for now. Wait, H. Yeah, they want to do that. Semi-bold title, and then div. Let's see what Copilot wants. MT for children. Okay, that will do for now. So on our main page, we will have a page section. It's got the little @ signs there, cute. Okay, and then here we'll put our Stack Overflow flare. Fantastic. And this title will be Stack Overflow. How do they actually write Stack Overflow? Is it like a... They do separate the words. So Stack Overflow. There we go. I'm back on my page. Stack Overflow, yay, it's there. It's a little page item thingy. We need to give our page sections like a full width. Why does it keep doing that? Okay, class name. W full. Yes, yes, it works. Okay, cool, interesting. That's awesome. I can ditch the other homepage stuff now. So we can get rid of that. And we need to get into those API routes. So I would like for like certain parts of my, this is the way it gets weird because we're gonna have certain components. Like it's almost like a dashboard kind of element because we'll be fetching stuff from Stack Overflow and fetching stuff from GitHub and all those different little things to write about, you know. I think since we're on the Stack Overflow thing, let's check out the Stack Overflow API because that will, like, then I can write stuff about like, oh, okay, I've impacted this many people. Like if you look here, you can see I've been a member on Stack Overflow for so many years and 6 months. I'm gonna cough again, sorry. And stop being ill on my Friday nights. I'd like to add this information in here, you know, this member for 10 years, 6 months. Well, the last seen this week doesn't really matter, but visited this many days. I need to get this fanatic badge. And then the other one I wanted to see was, the impact. I've reached around about this many people. I've edited this many posts. I've done that many helpful flags. I've casted votes. I've done useful things. Like I want to add like my Stack Overflow stats to things. So let's look up the Stack Overflow API to just see if that's possible, because I think it would be great if that is possible. Where would I go for that? Stack Overflow API. I guess Stack Exchange API, that will work too. So this looks so weird. Anyways, I don't want write access. I just want like query. Documentation for the v2.3 Stack Exchange API with both authentication and write support. If you have additional questions or believe you have encountered a bug, don't hesitate. If your application is in a runnable state, even a beta one, Stack Apps is also the place to list it. It's not an app though. It's like I just want to use the API. There's a JavaScript SDK. Oh, that's gonna make my life so much easier. For simple client-side authentication, we provide a minimal JavaScript library hosted by Stack Exchange to. Sheesh. At this rate, I'm tempted to just ask ChatGPT because this does not look like I don't need authentication. I don't need to write anything. I just want to like read public information. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT because that does not seem like what I really want to do. I want to include information on my portfolio sites about my public Stack Overflow profile, e.g., how many people I've impacted, how long I've been a member for, etc. Is there an API for that? Please tell me there is. Like, I need to know. I really need to freaking know. Sorry, I took off again. What the heck? That's new. ChatGPT is asking me which response I prefer. That's confusing to look at two different responses, but anyways, you can find the documentation here. Stack Exchange, users, user ID, sort, reputation. Well, I don't need to sort or do any orders. I just need to put in my ID, right? Okay. Interesting, interesting, interesting. So theoretically, if I copy paste this, will I get some JSON? Yeah, I do. I do. Yes, that's exactly what I needed. Okay. If I get items, I should theoretically only get one item. Yes, I do get one item. There's 21 items inside that one item, but fantastic. Okay, that's just metadata, like the quota max, quota remaining. Can only do so many quotas. Wait, if I refresh this, is this from like a specific IP? Is this okay? Does that get refreshed every day? Kind of annoying. Now I kind of want to make it like a client side thing so that other people who check out my thing might you know, do their stuff. Oh, that's so annoying. What the heck? Sorry, I've been distracted. Don't worry, I'm back. I'm doing my thing. I just need to set this up on my app. So this does give me what I need. I don't know how that quota thing is going to hit me. I don't know if that's going to be like, because I'm going to be calling this from my next server. It just means I shouldn't have that many, that much traffic in a day. I don't know. We're gonna have to test that. We're gonna have to error test that because, yeah, looks like I'm popular today and I can't get like. Well, I mean that's like a if 300 people are hitting my site every day, I think I'm doing well. We'll put the Stack Overflow at the bottom. Anyways, so in here I can see I need a coffee again. In here I can see a few things. Collectives, I don't know what that's supposed to be, but continuous delivery, da 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 da. I don't really need the collective stuff. Why is this in the API? Okay. Collectives I don't need. Badge counts, that's accurate. That is me. Is employee? No, I'm not an employee. Account ID, last modified date, last access date, reputation change year, reputation change quarter. Okay, so we can see how often my reputation has changed. Creation date. Okay, fantastic. So we can see how long I've been a member for. Accept rate. Oh, that's how often I accept my answers that get given to me. I always accept them. So website URL, I don't have one there. Link, these stuff don't matter. So I can't see the impact that I've had. Apart from the impact, which is essentially a combination of views on questions, answers posted by the user. API does not provide direct impact metric. However, you could potentially calculate approximate data available, like summing the view count from questions and answers. Okay. So how do I get the questions and answers? Metrics, because that is not on here. This is just my reputation change over the last year, and the last day, and the last week and month and stuff. That's not very useful to me. The questions, answers, you need different info stack change over here. He'll explain different details. Sort activity. I don't need it to be sorted. That's the annoying thing. So I need to go ask for questions and for answers. Yeah, that's quite hectic. Like, get that impact. Essentially, I have to go look up the answers and the questions. So theoretically, I'm gonna type this in another URL. This is like all my questions that I've asked apparently. Wait, first of all, I want to see. Oh, it comes out the same freaking quota from my IP address. That's annoying. Anyways, I want to cough more actually. Okay, I coughed more. So here's an example of a lot of the freaking questions I've asked. Many of my questions are, this is my profile image. Wait, these are my questions, right? So my bad. Sorry, I just need to look through here. Questions. Okay, cool. So of all the questions I've asked, it's got a view count. Okay. So I could theoretically fetch the questions, accumulate all the view count from the questions. So again, will be some calculation. And then I think I need to make notes for this, to be honest. So to do. Fetch questions and answers and make a sum of the viewed count of each to calculate impact. To do. So part of those to-dos, I need to do, well, this API. And that's the questions, and the answers will be the same as well. And then fetch count details to get account age. That should theoretically just be users, as is, I think. This is the users. So let's see if that's what we want. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, so that's some fun little portfolio stuff. some things to do for the Stack Overflow things. What does my page look like now that I've added all that stuff in? Where's my page? Oh, like not even there anymore. Okay, there. Let me localhost, not 420, just 3000. Well, that's a mess and a half. Maybe I should put those in p tags. There we go. I'm gonna put those in p tags so that I actually remember to do what I planned to do. Because I do need to focus on fetching things. And that would be a good way to get my Stack Overflow information on there. Now for the GitHub stuff. I'm just going to do some research on the GitHub stuff, and then I'm going to call it a night, because I have been streaming for almost 2 hours now. I don't want to burn out because I'd love to do more of this. So yeah, there we go. Got that. Rest of the page will be page section. Oh, it even knows. It's like chat. Well, I mean, GitHub Copilot's listening to me. I wonder what it would say for the next section. Will it say YouTube, LinkedIn? I don't know if there's any information I could say for LinkedIn. Yeah, the Stack Overflow, like little item here. I don't have to say my badges or my reputation or anything. I'm just thinking, is there LinkedIn API? I'm like gonna literally just look up like LinkedIn API and Google API. I mean, GitLab API. LinkedIn API. I wonder if I can use APIs to see what apps I have on the App Store and how many like downloads and stuff they have. Not that I have many apps in the App Store, but you know, it would be cool. Just to have like a showcase. And I'm just using APIs to show like all my profiles in one page. Let users sign in with LinkedIn. I don't care about that. Share on LinkedIn. Live events. I mean, yeah, the LinkedIn API. I don't need a LinkedIn API. But I don't use Twitter enough. That's what we call X now. Imagine you change your label to just X. Everyone writes X like 4 million knows Twitter. So we won't use LinkedIn. But let's look at the GitHub API. Because that could be useful. GitHub API. There we go. Okay, cool. Getting started with the REST API, authenticating. I don't need to authenticate though. I just want to look at public information. About the GitHub REST API, this article describes things about it and how it's useful, authenticating, Let's ask ChatGPT for ideas again, you know? We'll go back to this. I'll save that. Because it seems to be pretty good at this. It's actually giving me like a decent way of like aggregating votes and stuff. I mean, it doesn't help that I've got to like fetch everything and aggregate the count, but you know, at least say an impact on the users I've had through my questions and answers. And that's not even like flags and all that stuff. Maybe I should ask about that. What about the metrics of flags raised? I mean, that's the thing, right? If I go to Stack Overflow and my profile, helpful flags of helpful flags, posts edited, and votes cast, because that's on my profile page. It'll be cool to see that. Stack does not provide direct endpoints to retrieve users' helpful flags count, post data count, or exact number of votes cast. These metrics are be more sensitive, are generally only available to individual users when they view their own profile and stuff. What the heck? What does it look like when I go to, like, I don't know, someone else? Who's the user who started after me? Let me go to like a random user. Who's this guy? Been a member for longer than me. Last seen this week. He's from France. Got a website about reputation. Jace. He's reached about 330 million people more than I have. He's got answers. He's got questions. Top 1% of this year. What a dickhead. No, I'm joking. That's impressive. That's really impressive. Okay, so it's more like these stuff that I want to get in there. So the reached, the reputation. I could just say I've accumulated this much reputation on Stack Overflow. I've got this many answers. How do you have so many answers and so few questions? That's insane. I guess this is the best guy that's there. I wonder what he does for a living. Activity. You can see the votes cast and the helpful flags. That's so annoying. I guess maybe I can only see that because I'm a member, and oh, it's because I have certain reputation that others might not have. Okay, fair enough. Interesting. Okay, well, that's cool to know. Let me ask ChatGPT some things about GitHub API. Similar thing for where I post cool stats about my profile on my portfolio site. What do you recommend? See, I've got a little partner to chat to because nobody else is talking here. Everyone's just hanging out and doing their own thing, you know? To showcase cool stats about your GitHub profile and your profile site, you can utilize the GitHub API to fetch various details and stats related to your profile and projects. Here's a step-by-step guide and some ideas on what you can include. Step 1. Explore the GitHub API. GitHub API documentation. Familiarize yourself with the GitHub API documentation to understand the available endpoints and data you fetch. Well, I wanted you to tell me what those were, you fool. Okay. Name by avatar, I don't need that. Repositories, number of repositories, stars, forks, and watches. That would be quite cool. Commit activity, that would also be cool to have a little graph thing. Showcase your popular repositories based on stars or forks. Yeah, I don't actually want to showcase what they are because my repositories aren't very organized, but I can at least say, like, you know, number of commits, issues created, pull request merge. That would be cool. Breakdown of the programming languages to use in your projects. That would be cool to show like a little graph of like the percentages or a pie chart of the percentages of all the languages that I use. That would be quite fun. Yeah. See, there's a lot of stuff we can do. And we can break these up all into like smaller streams as well. I'm just thinking, so fetching data, fetch the users and the repo details. Oh, you can fetch the repos of the user, design integration, charts and graphs. Oh, we could make some cool charts actually on here about like my things. That would be fun. And then caching API responses. Oh, this is going to be so good because we can do that stuff with NextJS. Well, I think, I don't know. Oh, this is awesome. This is really, really awesome. So I can avoid the rate limits by, fetching it personally and storing it locally for like having like, I don't know, time out of like 6 hours. And then this is brilliant. So many cool things we can do. What's the time? It is 8 o'clock, and I promised my wife I would go hang out with her. So, guys, I'm gonna call it a day. We did a decent start. We started from scratch. We started building. What did we build? We built a basic site with like routing, so we can go to our different pages, story, contact page, and then the. I mean, again, the story thing I'll figure out on my own. I'm not even gonna bother with it right now. But to start writing, like, instead of do like a small bio thing of saying like, "Hi, I'm Barry. I'm a software developer who currently works here." Blah 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 blah. Maybe I'll do it like on the side here. We have some little side panel things. Or maybe I do it up here and say this is me, and then the Stack Overflow would be an example of the side panel thing that will go next to that. And then have like cool GitHub things under that, like charts and stuff. And my YouTube videos, Udemy. Does Udemy have an API? I don't use Udemy enough anymore anyway, so even if they did, I'd probably feel bad for using that. But the YouTube stuff would be good to put that on here. And then I was gonna say if I'm live streaming on YouTube, we could say like check if he's live. If he's live, start playing the stream like on the site. That would be awesome. To like just be like, oh, this guy's live right now, like, and I don't know. I think that'll be fun. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be me for now. Let me know if you enjoyed it, and if you're around, if you have any suggestions, I'm totally open to suggestions. We'll chat soon. All the best, guys. Cheers, cheers.